Well, let me tell you, I have a bad case of the Mondays this morning. I think I got plenty of sleep. But I don't know. It's hard to turn around on Mondays.
Sure. On trash.
More trains coming. We're in downtown Olathe, and I give something of an impromptu driving tour. Although they've torn down the courthouse, and I always remembered, and I just realized the gazebo is gone too. So while we're enjoying this sunrise this morning,
104.3.
and the weather is supposed to be okay. There's the train.
Now received another alarm, 1600 Jackson.
They have just started coming through really a
104
lot.
is going to make the call, 1600 Jackson.
And I've noticed
on a commercial
they don't blow their whistles, so I think there might be a
23 truck
ordinance
can be in
against
service at this time.
whistle blowing here in
Truck 10, you can remain in
Olathe.
service.
Yeah, the courthouse is gone. Although the story we're doing, it's pretty positive. It's about it's about redevelopment, but they're not doing what they typically do, what a lot of people typically do, which is tear everything down. They're putting in restaurants and bars and stuff, hoping to attract people downtown, and then they're preserving the buildings, not destroying the nature of the downtown. Although I thought that Art Deco courthouse they had was really nice, and I don't know why it came down. And then I was looking, and the gazebo is gone too. So I think the gazebo was pretty old. What is it? Pizza 51 is going in here because they have a gas station theme for their pizza shops. And the building we were at is Austin's. They're going to have a rooftop bar. I was looking at the building. I noticed it had a tin ceiling, and my reporter says the building is 100 years old, so that's good. They're not tearing that down.
707. 1441 Jet City, 1041 for training.
Oh, and I've also
1441 707, True Best Clear.
3891.
My camera here. Oh, it's all right. Yeah. Put a different mount, so it's all mounted off one suction cup for two cameras, but it's not working that way. So
314.
it's a effort in progress. Anyway, here's the building we were at right here.
Right lane, 435 northbound, just over the Walcott exit.
So anytime somebody comes in and they basically stick with the historic character of the buildings, I think it's a positive thing. Because I've seen too many times where some developer comes in and wants to tear everything down and build all brand new, and then the city ends up having regret for letting them do it, because when the new building goes up, the old building comes down, and then the city really wishes it had the old buildings. Good example of that is Omaha tore down a lot of their old buildings so they could appease a developer who put a corporate headquarters campus, and then the corporate moved elsewhere, went out of business or whatever, and so they have this empty, ugly, abandoned campus, and they really wish they had the loft space like a lot of cities like Kansas City have, and they lost out on real money. What's another good example that I was thinking of? It's just too numerous to name. Downtown Lawrence. they did preserve some outer walls of this old building, but they tore down a block of buildings so they could build a Borders bookstore and adjoining parking lot. Where's Borders bookstore now? It's out of business, and the building is an empty shell. It's an abandoned property.
I spoke to 106 on Channel 2. I'll be en route for the debris on the wall.
And they were all hot to do it back then, and people didn't want it. Most people didn't want it. They wanted them to do something with the old property and preserve some of the historic character of downtown Lawrence, and money speaks, and then that money evaporates and leaves behind garbage, and it's happened time and time again. So the citizens should really not allow corporate interests to take over. But you know what? Half the time, the citizens do get up in arms. They do speak about it. They do protest. They do everything, and it happens anyway. So, what can you do? What can you say? I have been really frustrated and distracted. This silly, I don't know, there's something wrong with my phone. GPS has not been working very well. And that woman got hit by my door. I guess I probably should have seen her, but should be cautious when you're on a bike because people tend to do that. Don't expect to see them there. Anyway, let's go have some coffee, and then I might have to run an errand. I'm in search of a dongle. The kiddos are trying out for the school swim team, so this is the first day. We'll see what's entailed and if they make it. Woo-hoo.